Yo, it's good. Welcome to day 7. 6, 7. Sorry. Um Day 7 of the little shit. Today we're gonna talk about scaling in and how to look for A1 setups and what you should be looking for. And also we're gonna talk about how you can grow your $100 into $1,000,000 with just 34 trades, 35 trades. Just depends. I wanna show y'all that I wanna explain to y'all and show y'all that how that money is not as far as way as you think it is just because you ain't got it, and how being patient can help you grow that money to something crazy. If you really, you know what I'm saying, like put your head down and focus on A1 setups, you can really like make a lot of money with just A1 setups and not overly trading, only taking one or two decent setups, good A1 setups throughout the week, maybe 3. You know what I'm saying? It just depends what the market gives you and how you can just hold your trades and shit and to levels of buyers and levels of sellers, so that way you're getting the most out of your money. Like, you gotta understand, when you're trading, bro, scalping is not the way. Scalping is like, I already went over how scalping is to me because I used to do it. It used to be like, damn, nigga, why the fuck am I only taking this little baby move when I know it's gonna go to a level of buyers before it reverses the trend, or if I go to a level of sellers before it reverses the trend? Why the fuck am I not holding it when it's going to show me signs before it does actually reverse? It's going to give me time to get out of my trade. So why am I not holding my trades? Exactly, nigga. There's no point in not to hold your fucking trade if you know what the market does. When you know what the market does, it makes you okay with holding trades. It makes you okay with taking setups and not being worried. And it makes it okay for you to, like, you know what I'm saying, get into markets with no hesitation. The moment you're hesitating, when all your signs are there, all your confirmations are there, the moment you hesitate, that just makes you a pussy. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be no pussy. You know what I'm saying? When you trade, you can't be no bitch made ass, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to get in there, make the money, and then you get out. And then boom, confidence booster. When you take a A1 setup, bro, and your trade hit, bro, you gonna feel unstoppable, bro. You gonna feel like, damn, nigga, I just made money without a job. I just made money without having to worry about the white man. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So first, I want to talk about how you can turn your 100 into $1,000,000 first, because that's really what's gonna get motherfuckers to click on this shit, and why you probably clicked on this shit. Turning $100 into $1,000,000, people be like, "Oh, it's impossible. It's this and that," or "You can't do it. You can't do that." There's always gonna be a bitch ass motherfuckers that always think you can't do something because they can't do it. Don't ever let somebody put their little bitch ass beliefs on you because you different. You know what I'm saying? You way worse on 6-0. You way worse on 6-0. You way worse. So don't ever let a motherfucker tell you can't do something, right? Because if somebody has done it, how the fuck is it impossible? Exactly. Don't listen to bitch ass, small minded people who don't think with an abundance mindset. They think in a, you know what I'm saying, confined mindset. They're trapped within their own brain. You can't talk to people like that because they gonna try to bring you down, because you are a reflection of what they not doing. So we don't listen to small minded people. But I want to show y'all how $100 can grow into $1,000,000 with just patience and taking these A1 setups, and how scaling in can actually help you grow that even faster if you know what you're doing. Bear with me now. Look, ChatGPT. I know a lot of niggas hate ChatGPT and she be like, "Yeah, you're fucking up the ecosystem." Like, bro, they're gonna do it regardless. So either you use it or you don't, because they're gonna use it regardless. Anyways, like in my previous video on day 6, I talked about risk management. And the reason I went over risk management was because risk management is going to be the way you make $1,000,000. Risk management is going to be your way to do shit. Now, fucking, I said 10% or 20%, 30%, depending on the type of trader you are and how much you're willing to risk. But I want to show y'all how trading is just a numbers game. I want to prove it. I want to put that shit in your face. No diddy. To show y'all niggas that how this shit is really like, it's really just a numbers game. And if you just wait on proper setups, and you're going to get there. So I told ChatGPT, I said, make me some, started from $100, how to get to $1,000,000 with a 1 to 3 risk to reward. Meaning, this is a 1 to 3. This is the bare minimum. Remember, this is the bare minimum. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you'll get a 1 to 5, 1 to 10. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the market gives you, you know what I'm saying, you're going to take it. But sometimes you're going to grow past that. So a 1 to 3 is like the bare minimum, man. 1 to 3 is like the bare minimum where you 3xing your money. That's the bare minimum. That's exactly what you at least want each trade. 1 to 3 or 1 to 4. You know what I'm saying? If the market gives you a 1 to 1 or 1 to 2, that means your entry is pretty shit. And nigga, you still take it, bro. Remember, if the market is at a zone where you know price is bound to reverse, bro, get out of your trade. And if you see it doing some fuck shit, get out of your trade, bro. It's all right. Just take your money and just wait on another setup. You'll be all right. As long as you made money that day, bro, you're good. You want to minimize the losses. And how you minimize these losses is you stop over trading. You stop trading what looks stupid. If the market structure ain't there, you don't trade it. That's simple, bro. And if you're like, what's today? This is Easter, right? So Friday was Good Friday, so the markets was dead. Like, it was Easter. You know what I'm saying? It was Good Friday. It was Easter weekend, so you know what I'm saying? The markets was dead. So if you trying to trade dead markets, you goofy. You know what I'm saying? You tweaking, like, bro, that's dumb as hell. That's like trying to, bro, trading the markets when there's no volume or it's like dead or nobody's on the charts, bro. It's like trying to wife a bitch who keep fucking other niggas. Why would you do that? She's a whore. Get her out of there. You got to keep it moving. Treat the markets like real life situations sometimes. If you're trying to fucking keep something alive that's dead, you're stupid. You're dumb as hell. You're just going to hurt yourself. Meaning you're going to blow your money. You don't want to blow your money. You want to hold your money. You want to hold that honey. Nah, I'm just playing. Anyway, so look. I asked ChatGPT, how can I make $1 million starting off with $100 risking 10%, meaning that's 10 trades before I blow my account, like we talked about in day 6. If you ain't watched day 6 on how to grow a small account, go back and watch that. And then I'm going to show y'all how this shit, you know what I'm saying, is not as hard as people think, and how to scale into your trades and make more money by adding more lot sizes to a trade that's already winning. So, boom, ask ChatGPT 10%, bro. So you're making 30% plus each time you take a trade. You start with $100. I want y'all to recognize this. You're starting off with $100. This is day 1. So, me personally, when I'm doing small accounts like 100, I'm risking about 30 to 40%. This, I just told him to do the 10%. I want y'all to notice something. You notice how when you first start off with a little amount of money, you see how slow that 100 turns into 1,000. You see how slow that is? You see how it takes 10 trades, 10 winners in a row for you to even, you know what I'm saying, make $900. But as soon as you get past as soon as you get to the $1,000, you see how it takes way less time to go from 1,000 to like 5,000, 8,000. You know what I'm saying? Because what you're risking is getting bigger. And these are just 1 to 3s. Sometimes the market will give you 1 to 5s, 1 to 6s, 1 to 10s. Like, bro, trust me, you're going to make more money. 1 to 3 is just the bare minimum. 1 to 2, you know what I'm saying? You'll take it if the market gives you that 1 to 1. Fuck it, bro. If you just get in and you just, you know what I'm saying? Fuck it. Just take what the market gives you. Understand where you're at in the market and understand when to get out. But I want to show y'all something. You see how from day 1 all the way to day 19 trades, you just made $11,000. But as soon as you get to that $11,000, you see how quick you go from 11,000 all the way to 100K within like fucking 9 trades. And then you go from 100K into $1 million. Look at that. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 fucking trades, you're ending out with a $1.2 fucking million. You know what I'm saying? If you risk 10% and it takes 36 trades, 36 winners in a row. Now, taking 36 winners in a row is fucking like goddamn. All right, now that's damn near almost impossible for real. 36 winners in a row is like damn near almost impossible. You know what I'm saying? You're going to take L's from here and there, but it's not impossible. But it's possible, but it's not impossible. It just depends if you're real patient with your setup and your understanding. But the reason I want to show y'all this chart, though, is because, bro, if it's going to take you 36 setups to make $1 million from $100 just following this little baby chart that ChatGPT had fucking gave you. Mind you, you can ask ChatGPT, you can tell them, what if I want to risk 5% ChatGPT? How long will it take me? And then they'll fucking give you a whole everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, bro, if that $100, if it's going to take you 36 A1 setups out the year to make that, then why can't you be patient and wait for certain setups. And trust me, these days is gonna be different. Like there's days when you start risking and you see some crazy shit like damn, boom. And then you fucking, you know what I'm saying? You up 500, 600. Let's say you're right here, you risking 106 and you looking for 318. Nigga, bro, there's, nigga, I said, I had my first $1,000 day off $100. I risked 100, bro, and I came out with 1,000. I got a 1 to 10 off that. So what I'm trying to explain to you is the markets will reward you. So you could get through this chart even quicker with just taking A1 setups if you're patient enough and you're taking the right setups. So if it takes you 30 trades or it takes you 20 trades to even make 14 grand, then why are you being impatient? You know what I'm saying? Patience pays in trading. Patience is a virtue in trading, bro. Like patience is what really gonna get you right. So y'all need to understand that when y'all taking this, bro, it's a slow grind when you start off with a little amount of money. That's why I always say having more money, you're gonna get there faster. But look, bro, you see how it goes from 100? It takes you a while. It's slow profit. Look, $30, $39, $50, $100, 188, 244. Once you start making $300, $400, $500 a day, you're already making more than a fucking doctor. So, bro, like, be patient. You have to be patient. The problem is a lot of people kill themselves because they want it so fast. Bro, a year, 6 months to a year can change your life. Even 3 months to 6 months can change your fucking life if you're patient, bro. You know how 10 bands would change somebody's life out there, bro? You know what I'm saying? Everybody can use 10 bands. Like, it's $10,000. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, bro, be patient, bro. Remember, you're risking $10, $13, $16, $80, $100. You know what I'm saying? 137, 100. Like, bro, you have to grow slow. You have to grow slower. Like, it's going to take a little time, especially if you're just a beginner. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? Stop rushing shit. Look at these fucking numbers. The charts are just numbers. It's all just numbers. You see how this is the same thing? You see this is 972,000. You risk 97,000 to make 291,000. But you see $100. You risking $10 to make $30. It's the same percentage. It's the same percentage. It's just the numbers are different. You know what I'm saying? It's just the numbers are the only thing that changes in trading is the numbers. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand that. You got to understand when you're looking at the trading aspect, the part, it's all just a numbers game and percentages, bro. If you can master if you can manage your risk, you can manage your setups and all that and what you take and what you're looking for, and you're going to make $1 million if you follow the fucking rules. You follow your plan, you follow your setup, you follow all your rules. You wait for setups. You don't rush it. The moment you rush something, you lose. You already set yourself back. The moment you ain't waiting for what you're looking for, or you're not looking at the market correctly, or you're at a level of buyers and you're still looking for sales when you see price just broke structure at a level of buyers, you know what I'm saying, or a level of sellers, then you're fucking up. Get it together, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You want that Rari, you want that Lamb truck, nigga. We all want the Rari, we all want the Lamb truck. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't like I'm not speaking from, you know what I'm saying, y'all's position and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying, nigga? It's just like, bro, if you want that, you want the Lamb, you want the big house, you want the yacht, you want the whoop, you want the lifestyle, you want the freedom, bro. The freedom is 36 trades away. Not even 36, bro. This shit is like 19 if you play your cards right. You know what I'm saying? I was on the swim school for white. We call that. But you don't know. But now I want to. Now y'all seen that, bro. I want to put that shit in y'all's brain. That look, bro. It takes a little time. It's gonna take some time, but you're gonna get there. You're going to get there, so you have to be patient. But now that I showed y'all that, how to turn that 100, you can turn your 100 to a million. Now I want to show you how to look for A1 setups, so you can and how to scale in while you're looking when you get an A1 setup, and what you should be looking for when you scale in and all that, because it's important when you're scaling in and looking for A1 setups. All right, so A1 setup is just market structure being followed. That's it. Boom, end the fucking video, face ass. Listen, that's all it is. A1 setup is just market structuring. You know, like we know that price does higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows when we're buying, right? And then you know it does lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows when it's selling, right? Now, if this market structure is following this down to a T and it looks so beautiful, and you'll see it'll look beautiful on the higher time frame, it's gonna look beautiful, then that's an A1 setup. You know what I'm saying? Now, if the market is doing some gibberish bullshit where it's fucking doing this and the direction ain't clear and it's fucking breaking all the market structure rules like this, then that's not an A1 setup. You don't fucking pay attention to that until it starts giving you some fucking great market structure. And I'm going to show y'all how to look for A1 setups and good market structure so you can grow that 100 into a million. And I'm going to show you how to scale in and add more positions as the trade is going in your favor to capitalize and make more money on your trade. Now, first things first, nigga. You got to look for your A1 setup. You got to know what trend you're in. You got to know the market structure rules. What are the market structure rules? The market structure rules are higher highs, higher low, bro. Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. I'm going to give y'all examples, right? So these rules cannot be broken. If these rules are being broken, then something is wrong, nigga. You shouldn't be trading it. Lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. Mind you, it's going to give you some equal lows and some equal highs. It's just that's what the market does. As long as it's following structure and it's not breaking structure multiple times, you're straight, right? So first things first is you need to understand the market structure you're in and how is the market structure moving. How are these candlesticks moving? Are they moving smooth like this? Are they going up and down, lower low, lower high? I mean, lower low, lower, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Or are they moving like this where it's like, nigga, what the fuck am I looking at? Higher high, higher low, lower high, higher low, equal low. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to understand what market structure you're in and how is it looking. Like, is it looking good or is it looking bad? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing right now? Like, what the fuck is the market doing? Higher high, higher low, higher high, break of a higher low, lower high, higher low. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's starting to look a little funky. You know what I'm saying? That's what you don't want to trade. You don't want to trade funky shit. That's what's going to get you to lose your money. You know what I'm saying? And I can use Bitcoin as a fucking perfect example right now on what it's doing because, bro, it's funky as fuck right now. Look at this shit. Like, at first it was cool. Like, when it was, I don't know, Bitcoin is moving a little stupid right now, but this, you can tell the difference, right? You can tell the difference between good market movement, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, lower high. But like I said, price has to break structure and create a lower high before anything. It still creates that higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. It's following some clean structure. I took this setup. But you see right here, even right here, it's following clean structure. Lower low, lower high, higher low, but still creates a lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. And then gets to a level of buyers and switch the trend. And then it just starts doing some funky shit where it's higher high, higher low, lower high, higher low. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just doesn't look smooth. And when price doesn't look smooth and the trend doesn't look smooth, then you don't take the setup. You know what I mean? Like, look how funky this shit looks, bro. This is throughout the whole week. This shit looks sloppy. You don't know what you're looking at. Higher high, higher low, higher high. Like, bro, another higher low, a break, higher high, higher low, equal high, and then the break of a higher low. And then it's at a level of buyers, so this is why it's bouncing off. But you can't see the trend in this situation, right? You'll consider this a no trade zone because what the fuck is it doing between this zone? Nothing. So you don't take the setup. It's in between these two zones, and it's not doing shit, and it looks funky, so you don't fucking trade it. You stay away from this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Now look at gold. So fucking smooth now. Gold, that's why I trade gold the most because it's so fucking beautiful. Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. And then hits a level of buyers, comes back, hits that level of sellers, and then comes back to, hold on, let me make this shit bigger. And then it goes lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower, like the structure is smooth. Lower low, lower high, lower low. The break of a lower high, higher high. Higher low, lower high, that's a no trade zone, and then it gets to this level, creates a higher low, and then a couple more higher lows. That's kind of new as buying. That's like more of advanced. When you see that, I would have seen that and took that buy up to this level, and I missed it because I was going to. But then you see how smooth the structure is, and you see once the trend switch, it breaks this lower high, right? creates a higher high and a higher low. Now I know the trend is back bullish because we hit a level of bars. So it's in the trend. Look how smooth that is. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, lower high. Like, bro, and then it switched back bullish once it hit this level of bars, broke this lower high, created a higher high and a higher low. I'm in for buys right now. Wish I could show you. I need to work my learn how to fucking work this damn camera so I can actually show like my trades and like videos and shit. I'm not really into deep on the video editing and shit. But that's the first thing, bro. You need to understand the market structure and what you're looking at and how smooth it is. You know what I mean? If it's smooth on the 1 hour and all that shit, you can see the structure. That's the trade you want to be in. When the market is showing you the structure so fucking beautifully, bro. It's like it has to be beautiful. Like look at this set. Like look at this lower high, break of a lower high, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. It's showing you some beautiful structure. Like you need, that's the A1 setup. An A1 setup is just beautiful structure. This is like even perfect. The break of a higher low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Like it's so, you know it's going down to a level of bars and it's just beautiful. That's a A1 setup when the market structure is so clear that you can see it. And mind you, the market structure, it should show you on the 15-minute. It all should look clean on every time frame. If it doesn't look smooth on every time frame, then I don't know what to tell you. But the structure, you'll see the structure on the 15-minute. It'll look the same as the hourly because everything should correlate. It's just gonna look different on the smaller time frames. That's why you look at the higher time frames for the overall bigger picture. And I use the smaller time frames for inchy because look, you'll see a lower low, lower high. You'll see it start building up. But on the smaller time frame, the rules are a little different. Like it's not gonna show you like crazy great structure. We just use it for entries. It's gonna show you good structure, right? But it's not gonna be. It's gonna be a little different. Like if you drop to the 5-minute and 1 minute, the candlesticks are gonna be everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a smaller time frame. It's showing you more details. This is why we use the 1 hour, the 4 hour, the daily, and all that shit to zoom out and see what the overall move is and what the overall trend is. Because the smaller time frames are just for entries and details. They're not for overall structure. Because you'll see it do some shit, but you'll start seeing when price is a little funky, when it starts doing this funky shit, and then you'll see price start trending when it's doing that and it breaks and retests the area that it broke out of, and then it starts, you know what I'm saying, continuing, create lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, and then lower highs, lower low, lower high. Like structure is never being broken. Like you're not seeing no lower high getting broken, a higher low being made, but it's like we're on a downtrend, and you already know we're fucking dropping. So it's like you stay in your trade until structure is broken or it hits a level of buyers or sellers. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even look on the H4. You see how smooth that market structure looks on the H4. Higher high, higher low. Higher high, higher low. Higher high, higher low. This is why we use the higher time frames for structure. And if it looks smooth, because you'll see the structure. Even though this is a little sloppy, you'll still see these higher lows, higher highs. And it's slowly still trending up. It's holding kind of this trend line right here. It's holding that trend. Like it's still trending up. So that's what A1 setups are, man. It's just the market structure being smooth. Like you see the difference. This is bullshit. You will stay away from this, far away from it, far away from it. Shit like this, you'll just stay away from it. Even though you can still see it building up, but it's not. It's hitting 2 levels and it's not doing shit. You stay away from shit like that. But then you see this, it's trending down. It's showing you that it wants to go down. This is trending up. It's showing you that it wants to go up. Look at that. Now that's smooth. Look at this. Lower low, lower high, lower low, low. Like when the market structure is smooth, that's what you should be looking for. That's what you want to be trading. You want to be trading these smooth ass, buttery fucking moves, bro. It's like when you fucking... Man, dude, taking A1 setups where the structure is so smooth like this and you can see it clear as day, building that structure, that's what you want to be trading. Like, think of it like as, think of it as, I'm trying to see, can I use an analogy? Like, man, I can't really think of like no example to give you how something is just so smooth. Like, I mean, I guess when you see, I can guess. Let's say you like basketball, you watch Kyrie Irving, you see this nigga dribble between the legs, spin back, and then the nigga just fillet. You know what I'm saying? Like, That's how smooth you want your markets to be. Or when you see Steph Curry just goddamn boom, 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 and then crack some shit and then just straight lace that fucking three from deep. Like that's how smooth you want the markets to be. Those are A1 setups. That's what's gonna get you from that 100 to a million. Now that I talked about what you should be looking for A1 setups, is just a smooth market structure. If it's not smooth and you can't see what market you're in, you stay away from it until it shows you clear as day what it wants to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? What it wants to do. It's going to show you what it wants to do. Look at that. The break of a lower high, a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. That's what you want to see. You want to see the smoothness in the markets. Look, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. You see how it's respecting structure? That's a A1 setup. I like trading gold because it follows structures so smoothly too. As you see, this is choppy bullshit. You stay away from it. But you see, once it starts trending, it's trending. It's trending. It's going to trend. That's where you want to take those A1 setups at. Look, when price gets here, you see the structure so clearly. Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. You know what I'm saying? It hits that level of buyers. It breaks structure, creates a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. And it's still building up. You want to trade that shit. If it doesn't look like that and you can't see that structure like this, lower low, lower high, you don't see it actually moving down. Like, look at the structure, bro. If you don't see that structure, higher high, higher, you see how smooth that is? You see how you can see it going up? You can see the smoothness. Look, you can see those candles moving. You can see the higher highs and the low. You can see it going this way and going down. That's what you want to trade. Those are A1 setups. Those are the A1 setups you're looking for. If it ain't that, then you don't trade it. You know what I'm saying? If you see fucking Bitcoin right now, goofy as hell. I don't understand what the fuck it wants to do. It's just jumping down, doing all type of goofy shit. Even though I can see it wants to buy up to this level because that's where it broke out of. You know what I'm saying? Hit this level of buyers. But, you know what I'm saying? Right now, it's stuck between two zones. And it can clearly do whatever the fuck it wants between these two zones. So you leave it the fuck alone. And you wait till it gives you some market structure. Fucking gold. Perfect market structure. Broke this level of fucking sellers. You know what I'm saying? Came and had his fucking retracement. Made two beautiful higher lows. Broke a lower high and created another higher low. That's beautiful. That's what you want to be in. You want to be in those A1 setups. Now I want to talk to you about how you can scale in off these setups. Look, scaling in is a little more advanced. And I want y'all to know that. But this is how you can capitalize. When you scale in, right? Scaling in is adding a position to a winning trade. You never add positions to losers. Never add positions to losers. Remember that. But scaling in is basically you taking a setup, taking a long position, right? A long position is buys. Taking a long position. Let's say you take this setup, right? Boom. Price breaks. You get this higher low. Boom. Scaling in is when you add more positions to your trade to capitalize on that whole move when it's still giving you good structure. Let's say you got in right here because I had took this setup too. And it creates a higher high and another higher low and another higher high and another higher low. All you would do is add another position at that higher low, right? That's all scaling in is. Let's say you got a position here. You can add another position here because that's a higher low, and a higher low until it gets to a level of sellers because you know it's going there. Personally, I got out right here. And then I added more positions when I seen this level get broken. Once I seen this level get broke and it closed above and it created another higher low, I got back in. You know what I'm saying? And you could have capitalized on that level breaking and added more positions as stuff was going into your favor. Mind you, when you're doing this, it's very advanced because you can lose more money if the price doesn't go in your direction. It can fuck you up. Just letting you know. So it's more for advanced. And also, once price starts getting higher, and let's say you add in another positions here and it's creating more higher lows, bro, move this shit to break even, bro. Or move this shit to fucking move your stops to this level when it creates another higher low if it's breaking and showing you good structure. Because once you start putting more positions in, the one thing you don't want is price to come all the way back down to your stop loss and you lose money. You just want to kind of keep that first original position at break even and then add those other positions and then put those positions at a below another higher low, or you can move this original stop to another previous higher low so that way you still make money. You know what I'm saying? And also when you're scaling in, let's say you start off with a 5 lot. Let's say 5 lot. We'll say 5 lot, right? Price breaks a higher high and another higher low, a higher high and a higher low. You add another position right here. This position needs to be equal to or less than, you know, you learn this in math, equal to or less than your other position, your original position. You want to take on the most risk at your original entry. You don't take on more risk at the fucking, you know what I'm saying? The more it takes off, because when you're buying price, you want to buy at the bottom. You don't want to buy up here. The niggas that bought up here got wiped the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? But the niggas that bought right here because they knew it was just a level of buyers where it originally broke out of, they're gonna make some money. You know what I'm saying? The same thing when you're selling. When you're selling and price gets down here, you don't want to sell right here until price breaks all of this and creates a fucking lower high. Because you're going to get, if you sold right here, you either got a 1-to-1 or you got taken out because price is at a level of buyers. You got to understand where you're at in the markets. You don't know where you're at in the markets, don't start light-skinned, little boy. You don't know where you're at in the markets, then, you know what I'm saying, then you need to understand where you're at. Understand where fucking these zones are at. Understand where your sellers are at. Understand where your buyers are at. Now we know sellers are sitting here. This is perfect. We know sellers are sitting here now because, first off, this is where price originally had broke out of, and then this is where price created that lower high at, and then, boom, broke structure. Now, price can do two things. We know sellers are sitting right here now because they had a strong reaction. Sellers were sitting here, but they got broke, so I don't think really sellers are sitting here, but price can still go there and have a reaction, so that is a level that we will look out for. So I will keep it highlighted. But we know when price flip structure, it's coming to either test this area and create another lower high and switch back bearish, or it's looking to break that zone. You know what I'm saying? We just go off how the market moves. But, you know what I'm saying, when you're in for sales, you want to be in sales and looking for sales at a level of sellers. And you want to be in buys looking for buys at a level of buyers. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand that. That's key. That's key in order to scaling in. Because if you're at a level of sellers and you're trying to scale in and you add another position at a level of sellers, nigga, you're going to get fucking wiped, bro. You're going to lose more money. You're going to lose more money if you get in at a level of fucking sellers. Stop doing that stupid shit. Stop. Understand where your buyers and sellers are at, because this is where you want to be entering at. You want to enter at levels of buyers and levels of sellers. This is when price flips the structure. Just because it gets there doesn't automatically mean you take a trade there because it's at a zone. But, dude, listen to me, what I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Listen, bro. Listen. Please listen to me. You have to be patient. You're going to make money. A kill is going to get you paid. A kill is going to get you paid if you listen to everything I'm saying. All right, let me stop with that bullshit. Cause cry if you need to, but I can't. All right, let me stop playing, bro. I'm trolling too much. But yeah, you're going to get paid, bro. You're going to get paid, man. I'm telling you, shorty, you're going to get paid, baby. Just listen to me. Just listen to my voice. But anyway, don't be in at a level of sellers, bro. Don't be trying to buy at a level of sellers. Don't be trying to sell at a level of buyers. You're going to, look, if niggas would have seen this, right, they'd be like, lower low, lower high. Oh my gosh, this nigga at a lower high. I'm going to get in for a sell right here. Listen, I'm going to get in for a sell. I'm going to get in for a sell. Boom, a higher low was created because they had a level of buyers where price broke out of this level of sellers. They would have got fucking, they would have took a straight L. Silly man. Stupid man. Dumb man. Goofy man. You dumb as hell, boy. Why would you? Oh, no. Oh, there it goes. But, like, bro, listen to what I'm saying, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, but it's like, all right, bro, you got to know where you're entering at and understand that. So all scaling in is adding another position at a lower high or a higher low. So when you're selling and you want to scale in, you want to add another position. If price breaks structure, creates a lower high, you get in right here on a sell position. Boom. You get in for a sell position, boom. And then price comes down here and starts creating a another lower high or multiple lower highs. You can see it trickling down. Nigga, you just add another position right here, right? You're still holding your trade. You add another position, and then you move this to break even. So that way you ain't losing no money off this trade. and then you just fucking or you can put your stops wherever you have your stops on this one, and then just let the trade play out. And then if price is still creating lower lows, lower highs, bro, you can still add another position as long as you understand what the risk that comes with it. But you remember, you got to move your stops when you start doing this shit, because you will get taken out. And then you can add another position. Now you have 1, 2, 3 entries on this one setup, and you're capitalizing off this whole move. Same thing with here. You enter right here at these higher lows. Boom, you take another fucking entry right here. Bro, now you have 2 entries. You move this stop to under here. You can move this below here. Now you have your original entry below this higher low, and this one below this higher low. But remember, your entry is always going to be equal than or smaller than the next entry. So this is a 5 lot. This should be a 2.5 lot or a 5 lot. You know what I'm saying? So that way you at least break even on your trade. You know what I'm saying? Or you at least make some type of profit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you remember, if you take 3 of these setups, this one's a 5 lot. This one should be a 5 lot or a 2.5. And then this one should be a fucking 2.5 for sure. You know what I'm saying? The further the structure gets closer to your TP, you don't want to be overly risking too much. That's it. That's how you scale in, is you add another position at another higher low, and then you add another position at a lower high, and your next entry is always equal than or less than your original entry. So if you got in right here and you want to add another position, it should be less than this fucking entry, this original entry, you know what I'm saying, or equal than, and then you move your fucking stops because it's already created lower high. So you know the market, if it breaks structure and reverses on you, then it probably wants to go in another direction. You know what I'm saying? That's all scaling in is, and those A1 setups you're looking for is just that. That's it. That's all you're looking for. When you're taking A1 setups, look, this is a break of a structure and a lower high. That's a A1 setup. If you see it's going to either come down to here or here, you just add more positions as it's creating those lower highs, and then you take your fucking money. Like, that's it, bro. Like, don't overthink it. Don't overcomplicate it. Please, don't overcomplicate it. Because look at that structure. That's so beautiful. Then you see it break. You can add some more positions because you know it's going to this level of sellers first. Even right here, you see it building up. Like, bro, that's a little choppy though, but you can look at this and you'll see it hit a level of sellers, create a lower high, the break of a higher low, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. You could add 1, 2, 3 positions until you took your profit at this level of buyers where it originally had broke out and created a higher low off this level of buyers. That's it. That's all scaling in is, and that's gonna take you from those 1 to 3s to those 1 to 10s, 1 to 20s, and get you there faster to that $1 million. Like, it's all about positioning yourself for the win, bro. And then you just scale in. You add more positions, and then you eliminate your risk, and you can still make money. You can still add more positions and still have more money. But you can only add positions at a higher low or a lower high. The lower low and the lower high, you know what I'm saying? It has to form. The higher high and the higher low has to form, and then you have to get in at that higher low. Please don't be trying to add another position when price is creating a higher high, silly boy. And you're just gonna be in drawdown, and you're gonna get scared, and you're gonna panic because now you were just up and now you're down because it's just creating a higher low. You have to wait for a higher low to be formed, and the same thing when it's selling, you need a lower high and you need another lower high to form before you start adding positions in. And that's pretty much how you can turn your 100 into $1 million within like 36 trades. And that's just pretty much how to scale in on your positions. It's just basically adding more positions at lower highs and higher lows. And that's pretty much it. Like, trading is not, it's hard, it's difficult, and you know what I'm saying, it takes a while to master that shit. It takes a lot of effort, because trading, you're not fighting the markets, you're fighting yourself. You're really, trading is psychological. It's all in your brain. Everything, how you think, how you move, it exposes that. Do you overthink? Do you overtrade? Are you trying to do too much? Are you getting too eager? You know what I'm saying? You can't hold a trade because you're anxious. It exploits you. So I recommend fixing that. Yeah, for sure. Because when you trade, you can't be overthinking. You can't be scared to lose money, because that's how you lose. So follow the system. And you got to trade like a robot. Everything you should be trading is robotic. You should be on your shit, nigga. But pretty much, nigga, just like that, on your shit. And that's pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? There's really nothing else to go over, bro. If you ain't changing your mind, you have to change your mind, bro. Read books. Everything psychological, just how you think, just how you everything is psychological, just in life general. How you let people get to you, how you let people speak to you, it's all mental. How you think of yourself is all mental. Do you love yourself? Do you hate yourself? Like everything is mental. So trading is definitely a mental game, because I wasn't losing because I couldn't trade. The only time like I was losing because I couldn't control what the fuck I was doing. Like I was over trading, I was doing too much, I was putting in 30 positions, I was getting upset, I was getting mad that I was losing. You know what I'm saying? Like all that shit matters. Like you have to be able to control your brain and not let your brain control you. And how do you do that? By reading books, knowledge. A lot of people don't understand shit, or they're in the position they're at because of ignorance. You know what I'm saying? A lack of knowledge. They're just ignorant. Like you just don't know. So you know what I'm saying, the more you know, like I said, knowledge is power. The more you know, the better you're gonna be. And trading is being shown to you for free. Ooh shit. A nigga be rhyming, say. But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Recommend go reading some books, go watch some YouTube videos. Just like anything that you train, you have to do it consistently and persistently in order to change the direction. In any small movement, it helps you grow as a person. And remember, you don't get somewhere just by making one big change. You got to make 100, 1,000 small changes. Just look at fucking ChatGPT, bro. It takes you small. It's gonna take small wins before you get to those big money. So you just have to keep going, nigga. You gotta keep perfecting your craft. If you're not learning from your losers, then you gonna stay a loser, nigga. That's how the game go. You know what I'm saying? You learn from your life experiences. You learn from everything you do. And if you ain't learning from it and trying to fix it and be like, all right, what did I do wrong? Then you're gonna stay stuck and you're gonna feel stuck and you're gonna keep still losing money. You're gonna feel like my account isn't growing. You a bitch ass nigga. Stop over trading and doing some fuck ass shit, man. And you know what I'm saying? Start stacking your bread in real life, nigga, and focusing on yourself and your purpose and putting yourself first. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't do shit for other people. You ain't even doing shit for yourself. The shit's ass backwards. You know what I'm saying? You got to do for yourself, and then you can do for others, man. So read more books, expand your mind. More knowledge is power. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just what it is. You have to train your mind to become better. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything you learn is taught as a kid, and everything is like engraved in you when you're a child. So you have to unlearn the fuckeries that your family or something had been on for sure. So you just have to unlearn everything and then fix everything that you unlearn what you learn, and then learn some new shit and really like train your brain to become better. If you can't train your brain to become better, you're not working towards training your brain to become better, trading is never going to work out for you, because you're going to keep making the same mistakes. Like I said, it's you versus the charts. You can trade with 100 niggas and nobody takes on that risk but you. So understand that and just become a better person, bro. A better mindset. Think better. Stop overthinking and stop, you know what I'm saying, thinking of yourself like, I don't know how people think, bro. I'm just saying, just speaking in general. Don't think of yourself as like no loser nigga or something like a lame nigga. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you want to be, you gotta walk, and you gotta walk that talk. You, even if you ain't that nigga, you still gotta move like you that nigga, bro, because you know what I'm saying? You have to build that confidence. Trading is confidence. If you don't got no confidence in what you're doing, then you going to be like, you're going to be all shy like a timid little hoe. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be a timid little hoe. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be a little bitch. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be pussy. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be none of that. And when you trade, nigga, when I take these setups, nigga, I'm like, yeah, I know this bitch going to go. And it lets you understand, like, all right, cool, I got this. You know what I'm saying? Because you know it's going to hit, because you already trained yourself. You already been through it. You already been through that war. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just what it is. So I'm gonna leave off at that. Trading $1,000,000 ain't as far as people think. Giving you the skill for free. People be saying like, you should charge, and it's like, man, I just never been that type of nigga. I don't want your money. I always been the type of dude that's like, just help niggas out for free and do shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't even ask for nothing in return. But if I do call you and saying I need something, which is rare, you know what I'm saying, I just ask you to return the favor. That's the type of nigga I am. I don't think I should be charging people, even though I can make it come up off a course and all this shit, because I'm really teaching some sauce. But it's like, man, fuck all that, bro. If I can teach you something you can make yourself eat, and I already been through it, and you know what I'm saying, you can eliminate going through all that, you know what I'm saying, trial and error for years, then why not do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't take nothing out of my day. I ain't doing shit anyway. Ain't like I got You know what I'm saying? Shit, I got when the market's closed, I ain't got shit going on, but besides the gym and shit. But it's like, come on, man. If knowledge, you know what I'm saying? If I can spread the knowledge, bro, somebody can click on this video and be like, yeah, this nigga really spitting. I can really make some money. You know what I'm saying? Like, it excites them, you know what I'm saying? It turns them up for real. You know what I'm saying? What Dirk said, fantasizing about $1 million cash, that shit gonna turn me up. He was taking over on my life. I had to, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's just what it is, boy. But I'm gonna end off on that, man. Happy Easter. It's ugly as fuck outside, but I still gotta go get these games, man. Y'all take care, brother.